Hello to the amazing people, TheNeomare here, and welcome to another episode of Citizen Sleeper, well, I want to say dystopian sci-fi futuristic game where you use these dice you roll to do various tasks around this, station called the Eye. You can find the full playlist in the comment description below the video. We escaped the grasps of the company who, owned our cybernetic, I want to call it, body they gave us. And I started doing the episode 2, actually, of the game, so that's pretty fun. And okay, let's see if we have anything here. No. Okay, and we're gonna continue to do it. So we're a little bit on a time limit here. Let's go and check it out. So yeah, we have breaking quarantine. Peak will need you to scope out and execute a safe path through the corridor, and then Flotilla 8. Ash and Peak need to help gather supplies for their future flotilla quarantined past the waste. Will you help them? Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I said in the intro, but this game has a lot of episodes, so make sure and go and check them out. It's really nice. Anyway, climbing Briar, escaped XPR ship. What do we need to do here? The flotilla needs food, water, and components. You might not be able to get all of them, but Ash will take what it can get. And then Peak's plan. Okay, here's how long we have time. So we used 4 cycles, we have 8 more. And yeah, here we work on the plan, and here I guess we did the food part, right? Yeah, I think we did the food part, and then didn't play this in a little while. Yeah, we did the food part, did we? No, food for the flotilla, we didn't do the food part. Alright. So algae growth, the algae take time to grow, and each cycle more than can be harvested from the stack. Patience is required. So definitely we should use one here. There you go. Food for the flotilla, good. We're gonna need 3 more, so that's fine. Then water. So we got a reservoir here. Okay. Here we can reduce the Heavenage alert. Okay. Siphon water, engineer +2. Well, this 4 will be a guaranteed. So we're gonna put it in here. I wanna check what else we have. So we have food, water, and what is the third thing that we need? Food, water, and components. I guess I did the components part already. Okay. Okay, let's go check out this place though. Okay, deflect suspicion. Taking hardline altitude, slowly arguing in favor of the quarantine. Making friends with security. These are ways to deflect suspicion. So here we can reduce the Heavenage suspicion, right? And we accumulate the Heavenage suspicion all across the cordon. Heavenage security are keeping close eye on things. Gain their attention and you'll struggle to maintain access, right? So if you fail to do these kind of things. Tug escort. With efficient rife among the tug crews, gaining support for a supply shipment will just be a case of picking the right crew and approaching them districtly. Tug escort. A crew willing to escort the Briar through the quarantine will give a ship a better chance of passing cordon without any trouble. So we have to do that, right? Okay, that was weird. Then we got cordon operations. Sabotage sensors. Systems. Some careful sabotage to the cordon systems should create a sensor gap that will allow the Briar to bypass the automatic quarantine systems. Blind spot. Creating a blind spot in the cordon's perimeter will give the Briar a better chance of evading detection when Asher makes her run. Okay, and then finally we got this thing. Slice thrusters. The tugs have a powerful suit of ion thrusters for rapid maneuvering. If you can sneak in and slice some off, you'll have a significant upgrade for the Briar. Briar upgrade. The kind of thrusters the tugs use will give the Briar improved maneuvering, useful in the cramped quarters of the flotilla. So some of these I have +2, so if I put a 4 in, I'm gonna have 100% positive thing. So yeah, I also need to use my dice to the best of the ability. I also have 1 3. Not sure if we should put something there. We also can re-roll the dice here once. It seems like these are all... Yeah. So this is the only one which is +1. So for this one I want a 5 or 6. And then for others, like it's fine to put a 4 in. Yeah, there's quite a few dice we'll have to put in here. And then I'm definitely gonna... 3 is kind of nice, but I'm gonna reroll. Okay, we got a 5 and 2 1s. That's really bad. Okay, I'm gonna put a 5 in here, because this one's risky. And then with these 2 1s, I'm really not happy with, but maybe we luck out. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna put a 1 in here. Like, if we get a negative thing here, it's not really that bad. I mean, we're gonna lose some algae growth, but it will regrow over time anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, this is probably the safest action to use the ones on. And, yeah, we actually lucked out. Good. Okay, we lost some energy, and we lost some algae growth, but that's fine. That's fine. And we're gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna do it once more. And now I already know what I'm doing more or less. I will feed a stray cat though. We have a stray cat here which we are put money in, not really getting anything in return, but hey, it's okay. I'm gonna self-repair also. There we go. And we're gonna end the cycle. Cycle? It's like a day in this game. Nice chill atmospheric game where you have to prioritize things really well. So now I'm starving, so we're gonna go to Mr. our friend here, Emphas, who's gonna give us some nice food. If you're starving, then you lose your suit integrity much faster, which is obviously like really bad. So I'm gonna cross the greenway, continue working on those. So we got a 6. I'm gonna put 6 in here, since I'm not that good at interfacing as I am at other things. There we go. And then a 4 here. I don't think it really matters that much. Well, maybe I should focus on one thing and finish it. Yeah, it would make sense. Okay. And then these 3 I'm gonna reroll, I think. Okay, 4 is good. Then we got 2 2s. So here, how many more do we need? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's like 1 day or so. And then here, 3. So that's like, let's say 2 days. And here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 days. So 3 days to finish all of that. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have plenty of time for bad rolls. Okay. And then again, I'm gonna put 1, 2 here. Okay, we need 1 more food, and then so this one is very dangerous. So 25% positive, 50% neutral, 25% negative. We might lose some condition, which is probably not too bad of a thing. The reservoir is monitored by a web of sensors. Hacking them will reduce the alert level of the system and keep you from getting locked out. So if we fail, we might get +2 heaviness alert. Perk predictive reasoning. Doesn't say here that we would like... Let's see what happens. Hopefully we don't get -3 though. Okay, we got 1 heaviness alert, but we got some water, so that's really good. So I managed to use the dice today, which is really good. Like, 2s are really hard to use, and 1s. Okay, I'm gonna feed the kitty cat again. There you go. Prepare myself. Go to sleep. Okay. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible. I had a nice head start because I already had like enough... Okay, I know I'm getting bad rolls. It's karma. It's karma for not feeding the cats in the morning. There we go. No, it's not. It's okay. But see, only 1 5 out of 5 dice. You would expect like a 5, 6 and a 4. Maybe not that. So we just spent like 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 at least, right? So we got 1, 2, 3, 3 and a 5. And then that's ignoring that 6 even exists. So I should be getting way more than this on average. So I'm getting a little bit bonked. But yeah, we had a nice head start because one of the objectives I was able to finish right away because I had enough scrap components. So that was really good. Oh yeah, speaking about scrap components, let's go check and see where the ships are. We can upgrade ourselves. We have 2 upgrade points. This is not enough to upgrade Icebreaker or Interface or Engage, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna save it. Save it and never use it. You know, that's how it is in games. So in 2 days, this thing will come back and bring us some more scrap, which we might use for some useful things. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put a 5 in here again. There we go. And now with 3s, you know what? Let's just reroll this. Okay. I'm gonna put another one in here. So once I finish this one, I'll be able to start using 5s and 6s also in these two, so it's gonna be better. Now I'm thinking about using a 3 here. Let's see which one is less dangerous. 50% positive. Okay. Heaven Edge Suspicion. It's on 0s, so it should be okay. Okay, we might lose some cash here if we fail, which is fine. Better than getting suspicion, right? So we're gonna use 3s here. Okay, I guess I decided just now. There we go, we were successful. And then again 2s. I'm gonna use 1, 2 to grow some food. Definitely the safest action around. Nice. You're leaning against the metal crates you just loaded up with algae, packed and dried into bright green pucks. Ash hops onto one beside you, flexing her aching back. Is this enough? I hope the refugees like algae. Ash squints at you as if you just interrupted her train of thought. It's a look you have become familiar with. It doesn't matter either way. This is what we've got, she sighs, rubbing the back of her neck. In these past cycles working the algae stack with Asha, you've had little insight into her mind. She rarely seems happy to start a conversation, but is always eager to end one. Despite this, you feel like something has grown between you, something like silent trust, the kind that tends to seed itself in the fertile soil of hard but necessary work. There's something I've been meaning to ask. Asha raises her head cautiously. Go on. Why escape XPR? Ash pauses, her protective instinct fighting with her trust you've built. You can see her begin to shrug the question off, then she stops, rethinks, sighs. What you need to understand, Sleeper, is that Erlin's Eye wasn't the only place where the Solheim collapse happened. Sure, Hawthorne, where we grew up, was an XPR installation, but that didn't screen it from Solheim going under. Actually, Solheim was the only reason XPR were ever here. She pauses, hesitant to get into the whole story, but wanting to offer something. She flinches, correcting herself. They are a service corp, you understand? They set up outposts in surrogate systems like this to offer refueling, logistics and maintenance services to bigger companies with extraction contracts. She gestures to the eye around her, like Solheim. When Solheim went bust, XPR lost their client, and Hawthorne, well, we lost everything. We became an outpost tasked with just holding on. Keeping the refueling platforms running, they said. Keep the outpost stable. Hold on to our claim. She rubs at her head, as if recalling all this was somehow physically painful. Do you know what it's like to spend your entire life in a place with no future? A place that exists only to hold a legal claim to a piece of territory to shore up breach of contracts, negotiations between two corporations. It's like living in a... She searches for the word, her eyes jumping back and forth. In a grave. Yeah, she clenches her hands. So, if you're looking for the answer to why questions, that's your answer. We, Peak, and I know that it's like to be forgotten, to be locked out. She stares hard at the side of the stack, the algae whirling against the glass in beautiful patterns, and she doesn't look away. The silence extends and you realize the conversation is over. Ash seems angry not at you, but with herself, for even voicing such ideas. After a while you stand and start to load the crates onto a powered cargo trolley that Ash will run back to the Briar. As you do, you try to catch her eye, but she avoids it, suiting herself instead with the comforting simplicity of physical work. Right. So yeah, another objective done. for Ash. So yeah, Briar's Hold. We only need to do the water. We're almost done, and then we can do the Pig's Plan, which seems a little bit more dangerous. Yeah, and I'm not gonna be able to sink bad dice anymore anywhere. So I wonder if I synced some good dice in the whole algae thing way too soon. I might have actually, but well, no, it is what it is. So now we could try to do some risky stuff here. But then if I do it with a true 2, I'm gonna be way less inclined to do it with a 3, and 3 has a way better chances. So let's just skip this one dice this time. Like, we don't really have to use all of them. Okay, we're gonna go and do some hacking, just unwind a little bit after a hard day at work at the algae station. So there we go, and then let's go back to sleep. Okay, I'm gonna feed the kitty cat. There we go. I'm gonna repair our suit. Gonna end the cycle. And then, yes, we're gonna feed the kitty cats again. The strays. There we go. Oh, we got really... Well, we got 2 really good dice this time. Okay, yeah, I kind of wanna do this. Sabotage sensors. Hardest tasks is bad at interfacing. There we go. I think it's probably doable, even if you don't do all of this. Seems like a little bit harsh to do all of this while also surviving. But the main reason why I have no troubles is because I can solely focus on this, because I have so many resources piled up from just, well, you know, just getting way too powerful, I guess. Peak is waiting for you when you slip out of the operations center, nervously poking at their small slate. Sleeper, they hiss. I followed what you were doing at the network. Incredible work. How do you do that? It comes naturally. Peak smiles. I can't tell if that's modesty or just the truth. Interfacing skills like that? It's almost worth being... They stop themselves. Sorry, I didn't mean... Nothing is worth being a sleeper. Peak nods, unsure what to say. You and Peak quietly slip into the main walkway and work your way back to the public area. So yeah, sleepers, that's what in this game are called people who sell their body to a company. They go to sleep, I guess, and then they get interface transferred, their conscious transferred into a artificial body, and then you work for a corporation. And this game started with us actually trying to escape from one and succeeding. Heavenish had to quickly respond to the flotilla's arrival, and that means a lot of constructors and spacers walking through these corridors. You blend in easily enough. I haven't really met a sleeper before, Peak begins, as you might have guessed. They smile nervously. Hawthorne is an XPR service outpost, and since the collapse no one came for refueling or repairs anymore, so my generation has never met anyone outside the company. So yeah, Peak and Ash, they work for this Hawthorne corporation, and XPR is like their employer as far as I understand. And yeah, they got in a bad spot, and yeah, and now they came here, and yeah, they're people, they're friends, they're stuck on this ship here or whatever, and quarantined, and they will all die if they don't get the supplies. That's where we step in. We heard about sleepers, they nod in your direction, from the data packets that come through from XPR every once in a while. They usually contain news along with the corporate propaganda, but the reports were light on the details. SNARP, that's the corporation that employed us, well, basically bought our body and made us a sleeper, have kept the sleeper program pretty quiet anyway, and I think XPR are only interested in telling their employees about it because it made living in our company town look like a good life, in comparison to being a piece of corporate property. They freeze. Sorry, again, I don't mean. They look down. I'm just not sure how to talk about this stuff. Baby, don't talk about it now. It's okay. Peak smiles. I'll shut up about it now. You walk on a little further, the walkway becomes busier. You both relax a little more and go with the flow of people. I just want to say I think I understand. They begin again. Clearly this has been on their mind. I understand the need to escape, to get free of it all. They laugh at themselves. The structures, the systems, the company horizons in a company town. They stare ahead. The small places, small corridors, small people. They look away. The slow death it brings. That's it, they turn to you. I get why you signed up to be a sleeper and why you escaped from that too. Yes. You try to form words, but you can't. There's altogether too much running through your head. But you look at Peak and they look at you, and that seems okay for now. You walk in silence again, each of you in their own thoughts, but moving together through space nonetheless. After a while you come to the entrance to the cordon, where handfuls of workers and crews filter in and out through two huge loading bay doors. Peak stops. Okay, they pause. I'm heading back to the Briar. Once again, incredible work on the sensors. That blind spot you created, that should give us a real advantage. See you soon! They head off, disappearing into the crowd almost immediately, outrunning their own nervousness. So, here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more days. And well, 3 more tasks to do, although one of them is like almost done, and the other 2 will take a while. And if I don't get good dice, it might be tricky. Okay, let's see what we can get. We got a 6. Well, 6 is at least a guaranteed, but 1 and 2, definitely not what I was looking for. So from 3 dice, I want 1, 1 and 2, 1, 3 or 4, and then 1, 5 and 6. This was way below average, so... Okay, so we need 4 more here. 1 more here. Yeah, I think we should be way more than fine. Okay, I'm not gonna risk it yet. I'm gonna start risking if, you know... If I start running out of time, and... I can always risk some more later on anyway, so... We're gonna grab some cash, which we can then use to feed ourselves. So I guess I would be able to feed ourselves anyway, because some of the dice were so crappy. Yeah. And if you wonder how do you feed yourself, well, you can sell the data you gather for quite some cash actually. It's pretty good. Okay, there you go, kitty cat. Do we have enough time for another day? I kind of do. So we're gonna be doing that. It's important to keep yourself in shape if your body deteriorates. Yeah, we have an inbuilt fallacy, a gift from Essen Corp, so we have harder time escaping. Well, quote-unquote gift. This is a really good roll. Whole bunch of 5s and 6s, just amazing to see. I'm gonna go and finish this one now. This is something. So we can reduce heaviness suspicion by 2 here with a 5. So there is something to be said about like risking it here with 1s. But we can reroll 1s anyway, right? Yeah, that's really no reason to do so. Alright, let's do this thing then. So we convince the crew to give us an escort. Peak will be happy. You meet Peak leaning in a corner of the canteen in a typically unassuming way. It occurs to you as you approach that Peak must have had some practice at staying invisible. All good? They look up from their slate. That crew you were talking to? They nod in the group leaving the canteen. Will they join us? They'll do it. Nicely done. Peak beckons for you to follow as they peel off the wall and head out in the walkway overlooking the cordon. Glad you were able to talk them into it. I never had much of a way with people. Peak smiles and looks away quickly as you walk. You and Ash seem to do okay? Peak laughs at their light and easy laugh. Ash's not really like other people, which you've probably noticed. Ash's not really like it. If only everyone was like Ash, they fade off something drawing their attention. Oh, do they like each other? Maybe they do. What I mean is, people have caused me a lot of trouble. I've had people hate me without knowing a thing about me. They tuck their hair behind an ear. I'm sure you know the feeling. Yeah, I think I do. Peak glances at you. Sorry to hear that. It marks you, am I right? It does. Peak nods. You both walk in silence for a moment. Not an awkward silence, but one of solidarity. Peak leads you around the corner, heading back to the main corridor accessway. I appreciate you coming in and helping us out on this sleeper. Oh, and talking to a crew and, well, you know. Maybe after this insane plan is done, we can talk properly. They keep looking ahead, and you realize they're nervous. I'd like that. Peak smiles, looking down at their feet. That's settled then, they say to the floor. I better report the news to Ash. We have ourselves a tug escort. Peak stops at an intersection. See you soon, sleeper, and please take care. And with that, they drift away, their heads down, their gait changing as they do, their practice invisibility shrouding them like a cape. Cool, and now we can go here and put some 5s in here. I wonder, should I do... Let's go to the reservoir with this last 6. Because this thing, we cannot really risk it here because we're already halfway through the Heavenish alert, so... Water for the flotilla. Ash will be gloriously happy. Tucked into a service corridor deep below the reservoir, Ash is double-checking the seals on the water tanks loaded onto the motorized trolley. Though you're far away from any roughness not to worry about being overheard, you both still speak in hushed tones. How will you get this to the Briar? Ash glances back at you. We'll trolley these up to the bay further along, and we'll bring them in the Briar for a quick and quiet collection. Speaking of quiet, she gives you a look and then looks pointedly back down the corridor towards the reservoir before hitting the ignition on the trolley to start it moving. You take the other side of the trolley and walk it up the wide service corridor with its flickering lights and Solheim detritus. Detritus? What the hell is detritus? You doubt it gets used by Heavenage, at least that's the hope. You glance across at Ash, her face a mask of determination, as she guides the trolley along. Maybe some conversation will make this journey go a little easier. How do you meet Peak? Ash pauses, a little surprised by her question. She glances back down the tunnel, but in this deserted passage she can hardly keep up the pretense of silence. We grew up together, she answers quickly and turns back to the trolley, but she can tell you're expecting her to add more. She seems to gather herself for an answer, not wanting to ignore you, but trying instead to get her answer straight in her head. Our outpost, Hawthorne, is not an easy place to grow up. The administrators kept a tight hold of everything, she rolls her eyes, even though they're trapped in the same decaying installation as everyone else. Peak, she pauses. Peak found it harder than most. She pauses again, judging her words. I stepped in to help him out. To help them out. Yeah, this game is... this game is gender friendly. Let's call it like that, but it's okay. Silence descends again, but you can feel the wheels turning in Ash's mind as the creaking wheels out the trolley take you along the corridor. This game got a lot of flack for that, by the way, and it doesn't really matter at all, so I don't know why, but okay. Pick isn't the most practical of people. They used to be. Well, they needed someone to teach them to look after themselves. I guess people just got tired of that whole thing. Stands up for themselves. That was me, she smiles. After that, I couldn't get rid of them. Ash stops talking, but you see her eyes have it lit up, and you imagine she's recalling some moment or other from her and Peak's past. You both reach a wide bulkhead doorway and have to stop to shimmy the trolley over the edge. When you're done, Ash turns to you. I'm good from here. Head back. And with that, she's gone, moving off into the dark tunnel ahead. You watch her go and then turn around and walk the distance back to the staircase you entered from, the tunnel humming around you as you do. As you walk, you try to piece together Ash's past, but all you have are glimpses of a person she once was. She seems to prefer it that way. Nice, and we got an upgrade point. Ooh, woot 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 woot. So that's because we finished all the tasks for Ash here, for Briar's Hold. The flotilla needs food, water and components. You might not be able to get all of them, but Ash will take what she can. So yeah, we can upgrade something to level 3 now. I don't think I need to do it. I'll wait probably for the next episode to see what I need more. Let's go and reroll these though, and we got a 5, which is pretty sweet. We can put it in here. So 2 more in there, and we're done here, and we're done here. So yeah, only 2 more dice here. Yeah, and we have plenty of time also, so 4 more days to spare. Wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, my preparation really paid off. I'm gonna go to the yet again agent, do some bypassing, and then yeah, we can start the next episode strong by finishing the objective and seeing what lies ahead. That's gonna be though it for this one. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I wish you all to have a wonderful day, do some nice things, be kind to each other, and let's make the world a better place together. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Citizen Sleeper. TheNeomare signing out. Bye bye.